Hey guys, I'm Brian. Welcome back to my channel. It's going to be a warm day here in Texas, and today we're going to be cooking up some steaks. What's really interesting about the steaks that we're cooking up is that they came out of my ButcherBox. Come to a pack like this. They're grass-fed. It'll be my first time reviewing any of these, so we'll see how it goes. These are supposed to be ribeyes, and we're going to cut them open. I'm going to season them, and then we're going to put them in the refrigerator for, I don't know, a couple of hours probably. I'll start cooking on the grill around 5 p.m. It's right at 3 o'clock p.m. now, so they'll get a little bit of time to let the salt and seasoning work on the meat, break it down some. Today I'm going to be using butt rub. I've never tried this before. It's supposed to be really good. I did a little taste of it before all of this to see how it would go with the steak. It seems like it'll go okay. It's got some nice garlic and onion flavor and some other stuff. It's not too bad. No MSG or any of the other stuff except the typical thing that you find in these, which keeps them from clumping. Some sort of cellulose or something. I'll be using my nitro glove today. I know everybody loves purple. I like to put the foil down just to keep the juices off of the pan itself. As you can see, I'm sweating just a little bit. Can't help that. Like I said, it's summertime in Texas. It's hot. As you can see, it's a pretty good size. We're going to be making up 4 of these. I'm not going to bother trying to dry them off or anything like that. For those who don't know, I am semi-ambidextrous here. I can use my left hand almost as good as my right. I can throw a ball or any of that kind of stuff. Pretty neat. But these are all pretty much the same size. Normally I would trim some of this extra fat off, but today, since we're doing it this way, I'm not going to be trimming any of them. Look at that. Opened right up for me. Just trying to separate them. Alright, now we got all these steaks out. Kind of tuck those under the pan a little bit so they don't blow away. And then, like I said, we're not patting these dry or anything like that. We're just going to go straight into the seasoning. And I'm not sure how well this is going to come out on the video, but you want to give it a pretty generous helping. Beef tends to be able to take a little more seasoning, and you would rather over-season some stuff than under-season, I believe. You have to bear with me, the wind's blowing a little bit, so. We're going to push this in a little bit, and a little more on top. The reason for the little more on top is because some comes off on the glove and you want to make sure that it gets seasoned correctly. Now, with how thick these steaks are, or not, as the case is, the cook time on these is only going to be a couple of minutes. I mean, you're going to do 2 or 3 minutes on one side, 2 or 3 minutes on the other side, and they're going to be finished. Unless you like your steak a little more well done. I like to pull them off about 128, 130. That allows them to have that nice pink center, which is good. It definitely helps the flavor of the meat. When we cut these open after they're done cooking, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a review of the seasoning and how we like it. And then we're going to see if we're going to use this again on steaks. Like I said, it's the first time using it. And there we have it, folks. They're seasoned. They'll be ready to put on the grill here in a couple of hours. Now we're just going to stick them in the fridge and wait. Alright guys, while I'm waiting on this to come up to temp, as you can see, we got a good little fire going. And once it comes up as high as we want it, since we're searing these steaks, we're going to just drop them on the grates. And we're going to sear them up, and then once that's finished, we're going to pop them right off and we'll let it rest, and I'll come in and cut one for you so you can see the inside of it. Looks like the grill's up to about 500 degrees. Like I said, we put more fuel in it this time so it'll get a little hotter. We're going to go ahead and put these steaks on here and show you how to do this. If you want that nice cross section, you want to lay them out here at a 45-degree angle. They're going to cook like this for about a minute. So we're going to go ahead and close this, and we're going to wait for just a minute. And then we're going to flip them 45 degrees the other way so that you get that nice cross section on it. And we're going to flip it and do the same thing, and then we're going to let indirect cooking take care of the rest. We're only cooking these to somewhere between 128 and 130, so they're not going to take very long. They're not very thick. Okay. Give it another minute. Alright guys, and the flip, look at that. That's how you do it. As you can see, it's really hot, so maybe a minute was too long on these, but that's okay. We'll just kind of let them go like this. I'm going to leave it open this time and let the air kind of stay in it. And we'll turn them in just a minute. We're going to put these over here and let them cook indirect. We're going to clean off this little section of the grate. And we're going to put our next two steaks on here. Alright folks, we'll come back when it's time to cut. Alright folks, so these steaks have had a little bit of time to rest. We're going to cut into it and kind of see how we did. Now that is perfectly cooked. I pulled this off at 128. With a little bit of rest, you can see there's still plenty of juice in here. And it's got a nice pink color to it, warm all the way through. I'm going to snag this piece here and see how we did. That's pretty good, pretty good. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Next week we'll work on something else. Take care.